Bezrat Hashem. So let's learn Tephilin of Rabbenu Tam. A lot of people are asking, what's Tephilin of Rabbenu Tam? Okay? Rabbenu Tam is Rabbi Yaakov ben Meir. Rashi had only girls, he didn't have boys, right? And one of his grandson was up to a level, he always used to argue with his grandfather in a lot of ways, which is a big pleasure to a grandfather to be able to, to sit at the table with Vigata le bincha, what a pleasure. But the question about Tephilin was one of the biggest arguments that he had with his grandson. You have to understand, when we say argument, they're not Milchamta shel Torah. This is a war of Torah, right? You're going to war, a Torah war. So, okay. Rashi, when he explains that we have Tephilin, and Tephilin Sherosh, we have 4 compartments. 1, 2, 3, 4. In each one of them, you put one parasha, okay? Inside. So basically, the way it's made, over here, you cut off over here, okay? This part opens, this part goes down, and under, now it's open, you put in a scroll, okay? Scrolls. Okay? It's like a mezuzah, okay? But in Tephilin Sherosh, we take 4 passages of the Torah and we put one by one. Okay? So now, which passages we put? We put things that have to do with Tephilin. Eventually, right? What has to do with Tephilin? Vaydaber Adonai Moshe lemor, kadesh li kol bechor peter korechem. Because over there it says Vaya lo ot al yadcha. It mentions Tephilin on the hand and Tephilin on the head. Right. So we put kadesh li kol bechor. Kadesh. Okay? Yafe. The kadesh li kol bechor is divided into 2 parts. Vaya ki yaviacha. Over there also it says Vaya lo ot al yadcha ul totafot b'necha. So Vaya ki yaviacha. What comes next? The Shema. Shema has kshatam lo teledecha ultotafot benanecha. So Shema comes here. Yefeh. And in Shema, the second paragraph says again, ukshartem lo talidchem ultotafot benechem. So I'm going to put vaya im shamua im. This is the opinion of Rashi, Rabbi Shlomo Yitzchaki. Okay, this is the opinion. Comes his grandson, says, no. This, if you put the parashot this way, Kadesh Likol Bechor, Vaya Kiviacha, Shema, Vayan Shamua, it's like he didn't put Tephilin, and your bracha is a bracha in vain. So what do you have to do? You have to switch the order. So basically, Rabbenu Tam wants to have something, the same thing. We cannot argue what we put inside. What we put inside, for sure, everybody agrees. Rabbenu Tam wants to switch the order of the way we put inside. Kadesh, okay, I agree on that. Kadesh is over here. Vaya keviacha, I agree on that. It's part of Kadesh. But how does the second parasha start? Vaya ki yaviacha. How does the fourth one start? Vaya im shamua tishmiu. I'm going to put the 2 vehaya together. Avayot, they have to be together. And Shema, and the Shema is going to be on the outside. So this way, there's a parallel between Shema ve'aya, Kadesh ve'aya, ve'aya ve'aya, both of them are together. This is the opinion of Rabbenu Tam, and each one brings a proof to himself. Now, remember, Rabbenu Tam says, this Tephilin is not kosher. This is Rabbenu Tam. Rabbenu Tam says, this Tephilin for me is not kosher. Rashi says, this Tephilin for me is not kosher. Now, what did Moshe Rabbeinu do? Tephilin is dated from when? Moshe Rabbeinu. Tephilin is dated from, yes or no? Har Sinai, we get the parasha to put Tephilin. Yeah. So what did Moshe Rabbeinu do? Like Rashi or Rabbenu Tam? So listen to this. Says the Rabbi Nishchai, Parashat Vayera. He says like this. He says, he brings down the discussion. Pa'am achat, one time, in Iraq, in Bavel, over there, in Iraq, over there, נפלה בימה שעל קבר יחזקאל הנביא עליו השלום, זכותו יגן עליו. In Iraq, there's a big prophet buried, Yechezkel Navi. You know who is Yechezkel? Yechezkel, he saw the celestial chariot, Merkava, Maaseh Merkava, he saw the angels. Af echad, no angel, up to Moshe Rabbeinu, no one reached such levels. He's buried in Iraq, and he has like a mausoleum on his tomb, okay? The whole thing one time collapsed, the whole thing collapsed, and they found underground, מצאו שם תפילים ישנים, all תפילים. Oh, those תפילים date from Yechezkel. So let's open. They opened the תפילים. Who was right between the two? Rashi. The תפילים that they found by Yechezkel Navi, right, was like Rashi, like this. What does it mean? If Yechezkel Navi put it this order, this is the right order. Says the Rabbi Nishchai. So everybody said, okay, at least we have a proof. Dating, you go back now, 3,500 years ago. 3,500 years ago, this is how they put. We don't have any dating about Rabbenu Tam. We don't have any proof for Rabbenu Tam. So that's why the majority of the world, they go only with Rashi. Because a lot of people tell, don't complicate my life. Now you're going to tell me to Tefillim. It's going to take me 5 extra minutes. You know, in the morning I have to run, take my coffee and read the newspapers and see all the WhatsApp. I don't have time for Rabbenu Tam. Okay? So tell me what I have to do. What do you have to do? Rashi. Listen, but Rabbenu Tam told his grandfather, this is Pasul Midoraita. Okay, but listen, with this we have a document. This we don't have a document. Okay? Listen to Bani Shchai. Ba Rabbeinu Arizal, 500 years ago, Rabbi Yitzchak Gloria Ashkenazi in Tzfat came, and he says, Bekabbalah mipi Eliyahu Hanavi Zechol Tov. Rabbi Arizal talked to Eliyahu Hanavi. Eliyahu Hanavi, you're Bashamayim. Tell me which one is the right one. You should tell us. Eliyahu Hanavi, you can tell me. Amar lo, shne asvarot emet. Bashamayim, all the tzaddikim, they put Rashi and Rabbenu Tam. Moshe Rabbeinu, okay, put both Tefilim, Rashi and Rabbenu Tam. Okay? So what happened that everybody puts only Rashi? In the second temple, in the time of the second temple, okay, the Romans decreed that you cannot put Tefilim. And if you're caught putting Tefilim, they would pierce your crane. They would, you know, like that, right? Okay? And there was one documentation in the Gemara, there was one man. He says, you know what? I don't care to die. If it's for Tefilim, I'm willing to die. His name was Elisha. Yatsa bachutz, he went outside with Tefilim. Ra'o kasdor echad, a Roman soldier saw him, ran after him. So he started to run to save his life, took the Tefilim, put it in his hand, hit the Tefilim in his hand, and the soldier said, what do you have in your hand? Nothing, I have just the wings of a dove. What? I just saw you have Tefilim, open your hand. He opened his hand, the Tefilim turned into wings of dove. Why is that? Because Shmasart Nafsho, he gave his soul for the Tefilim. Now, it took years till the Romans, the decree went off, right? But then people for many years got used to not put Tefilim at all. How do you tell people that for many years didn't put Tefilim? You know, you have to start putting 2. They're not going to listen to you. So what did they say? Put the main one. What's the main one? Rashi.
You know, I know some old men, 9 years old, and from the Holocaust, they used to make a Tefilim for Karabo and Uda. They used to go one by one. One by one.
So Rashi. Now, if you want to do the mitzvah the right way, the mitzvah the right means you want to be medakdek. So you get yourself a second pair of tefillin. It's exactly 5 minutes of your time. Why? If you put Rabbenu Tam, you have to say only the 4 parashot, which means you say Shema completely, but before Shema you say Kadesh Nikol Becho, Vayakev Yacha. You say Shema completely, and you take off the tefillin.
You already did the Rashi.
See, it's exactly 5 minutes. You did Rashi already.
That's all.
When do you do the switch? When do you do the switch? The best time to do the switch is after Tachanun. When you finish the Amidah, you do Tachanun. You said Shema with the Tephilin of Rashi. You said the Amidah and the Kedusha, Kadosh, Kadosh, Kadosh. So you're going to do the same with Rabbenu Tam. After the Tachanun, the whole week, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, you're going to take off the Tefillin, put Rabbenu Tam, say Shema, Kadesh Nikol Bechor, Shema, and after Amidah, what do we have? Uba Letzion Goel, Usha Vepesha Be'akov, Ani Zo Midiotam, Kadosh, Kadosh, Kadosh. So it comes out, you said Shema and Kedusha with Rashi, Shema and Kedusha with Rabbenu Tam. So basically, what do we do? Rav Ovadia Yosef instaured, and that's what we do over here also, that you pause, after the Tachanun, you pause, 5 minutes, you say halacha, you say something, and the people that want to change the tefillin, right? They have time to change it, 5 minutes, and they catch up, and they can say the Yichazdecha and everything. Now, the Rabbi Nishchai said that he instaured to put the two together. What's the size? What's the width? What's the width of this tefillin? What's the width of the tefillin over here? It's 4 centimeters. And this is 4 centimeters. Okay? So together is how much? 8. What am I saying? 8 centimeters. And this is 8 centimeters. Says the Rabbi Nishchai, we're going to make 2 small pairs. Okay? We're going to make 2 small pairs. Each one, right, is going to be 4 centimeters. So if I take both of them, together, they're going to be 4 and 4. That gives me 8 centimeters, which means 2 of them are going to be the size of 1. Because I cannot put 8 centimeters. So 2 of them are going to be the size of 1. So this is, now, you have to make sure that where you get it from, it's the right size. They measured, it has to be square measured. Okay, so that's why you have to find out from who to get it. But this is the idea. The idea is we want to do like the opinion of Rabbi. Why? Because the Arizal was told by Eliyahu Navi, Bashamayim, over there, both are right. Let me tell you this small story and we'll finish with that. Let's finish with Rabbenu Tam. Now, the Chafetz Chaim is a Lithuanian, Poland, right? The Polish, they don't put, the Polish community, the Lithuanians, they don't put Rabbenu Tam. It's only Sfardim and Hasidim. Some Ashkenazim, some. So this was the opinion. They asked once the Gaon Mevilna, they asked him, Rabbeinu, you know the whole Torah by heart. You speak with Malachim, you know. He says, I'm not going to put Rabbenu Tam. Why? Because besides Rabbenu Tam, there's another 53 opinions how to make tefillin. Opinions how to make tefillin. This way, you write it this way, you size it. 53 opinions. If I have to be Rabbenu Tam, I'm going to have 53 more pairs. Amar, I'm putting one, the main one, Rashi. Chafetz Chaim, he was 80 years old, he died 93, he was 80 years old, he bought a pair of Rabbenu Tam. So Rabbenu, ma kara? You're 80 years old, kol ha'chaim lo samta, the whole life. Why are you putting Rabbenu Tam now? Amar lahem kacha, I said like this. I'm going to, after, I don't know when I'm going to finish my life in this world, I'm going to go to Shamayim, I'm going to see all the tzaddikim. Everybody's going to come to greet me. And then I'm going to see Rabbenu Tam. Oh, Rabbi Israel Meir, Shalom Aleichem, Shalom Aleichem. Ken, Rabbi Israel Meir, Ken, Rabbi Israel Meir. Did you learn Gemara? For sure. Shas, finish Shas. You learn Rashi? For sure. You learn Tosfot? Yeah. You saw my name? Oh, yeah. Many times I see your name in Tosfot. You argue with your grandfather in Tosfot, okay? Oh, but did you see my opinion about Tefillin? Yeah, I saw. He says, and why didn't you put a pair of Tephilin of Rabbenu Tam? But you just learned Shas without my opinion. So Amar Chafetz Chaim, he said, how can I stand in front of Rabbenu Tam when he's going to ask me this question? So when he thought about it, he says, no, I better start put tefillin. At the end of the days, at 80 years old, he started to put Rabbenu Tam. So if you could, but if you decide to put Rabbenu Tam,
For life.
it's for life. It's not like you put it for a month, for a year, for two, and it's every day. And it's it's not good to miss one day. Right? Don't say, I forgot my tefillin. It has to be in your bag, in your talis bag. You have to be ready to put it every day. Same thing, you don't miss one day of Rashi. You're never supposed to miss Rabbenu Tam once you start putting it, because this becomes your main tefillin. Okay? So this is the idea. So if you want and you could, it will be very good to put also tefillin of Rabbenu Tam.